Assalamu alaikum. My name is Dr. Shima Rabbani. I am Assistant Professor in Islamic History Department at BAMMPCHS Government College for Women, Karachi. Under the direction of Directorate of Colleges, Karachi and Principal of the college, Madam Rukhsana Baloch, I am presenting this lecture for the guidance of the student. This lecture is about the introduction of Islamic history's first year syllabus. As you know that Islamic history is an optional subject and have an 100-mark paper, so it is important to know about the length and vastness of this syllabus. Now we will see how much portion this syllabus have. As you see, this syllabus is covering 4 main era of early Muslim history. It starts from the condition of the world before advent of Islam. In this we will study about the condition of the world, about religion, political and social condition, then the birth and early life of the Prophet ﷺ and the prophethood and the start of preachings and the life of Prophet at Mecca, then the great event of Hijrah of Medina, Prophet's life at Medina, and the making of state of Medina in the guidance and leadership of Prophet, and then the end of era with the death of Prophet, and then the sum up of this part of syllabus and the administration of Prophet as the state leader of Medina, and the whole era as a new beginning of the world. And we will study about the beginning of new caliphate in Muslim state. This part deals with the topic of pious caliph, in which we study about the first caliph's era, Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq. In this we will study about his election, the difficulties which he faced, his achievement and his character as a great personality. Then the second caliph, Hazrat Umar Farooq, we will study in this chapter about his early life, his election as a caliph, his conquest of Persia, Russia and Syria and Egypt, his achievements and administration, his character as personality and a great leader, and as a great leader. In the third chapter, we will study about Hazrat Usman Ghani's time period, his early life, his election, cause of his discontentment, and his death, martyrdom, consequences of his martyrdom, his achievement, his character sketch. Then we will study the fourth chapter of this part of syllabus, about the fourth caliph, Hazrat Ali Murtaza Karamullah Wajhu, the early life of Hazrat Ali as a companion of Prophet, his election, the battles of his era, Jang-e-Jamal and Siffin, arbitration, origin of Kharjis, his achievements, his character as and great personality, and in the end we will sum up this part of the syllabus as the whole administration of pious Khilafat, and we will see the achievement of this whole era of history. Now the third part of this syllabus about the Umayyad dynasty, which starts in Damascus at 40 Hijrah and ended in 132 Hijrah. The founder of this dynasty is Hazrat Amir Muawiyah. In this chapter we will study about the foundation of Umayyad dynasty, Hazrat Amir Muawiyah's internal and external policy, his administrative reforms, his conquests, his whole achievements, and his character sketch as an founder of Umayyad dynasty and as an personality. Then we will study about the time between the Hazrat Amir Muawiyah and Abdul Malik bin Marwan. This is the difficult time for Umayyads. This is the time in which the world have to face the tragedy of Karbala and its effect over the subsequent history of Islam. And also this time is the time of revolt and many claims for Khilafah. As you see, Abdullah bin Zubair and Marwan won rivalry between these two personalities. Overall, this time is a very difficult time for the whole Muslim state and also the dynasty of Umayyads. Now, Abdul Malik bin Marwan became the caliph. He is known as a second founder of Umayyad dynasty. In this chapter we will study about his accession, difficulties which he faced and restored the peace in the state, his new administrative reforms which made his reign as a powerful one, his achievement, his character as a strong leader. We will see the impact of his reforms later in the history, which sees that he made very strong decisions about making the dynasty in command again. This chapter is about Walid bin Abdul Malik. In this we will study his accession, his great conquest of his time, like victory of Sindh, Turkestan, and victory of Spain, his internal policy and cultural achievement, his administration, which was based on the reform programs of Abdul Malik, Caliph Abdul Malik bin Marwan, his character sketch as a personality. The main event of his era were the conquest of Sindh and Spain, which made a great impact on Muslim history, and later in later for the dynasty. This chapter is about Suleiman bin Abdul Malik, in which we will study his accession, his reign, estimate of his reign, fall of Muhammad bin Qasim, Musa bin Nasir and Qutayba bin Muslim, halt to the conquest, and overall Suleiman's attitude towards the great commanders Muhammad bin Qasim, Musa bin Nasir and Qutayba bin Muslim. We will study his achievement and his character as a ruler. This chapter is about Hazrat Umar bin Abdul Aziz. Hazrat Umar bin Abdul Aziz, also known as the fifth pious caliph. In this we will study about his nomination, internal condition at the time of Hazrat Umar bin Abdul Aziz accession, his religious and financial reforms, effort of revival of the pious caliphate, estimate of his reign and his character sketch. He belongs to the family of Hazrat Umar. He tried his best to purify the government of Umayyads, which have many matters which is not according to rules and law of caliphate that days, but he is not succeeded in his whole reform programs, but he made a difference. Caliph Hisham bin Abdul Aziz. He became caliph in later period of Umayyad dynasty. In this chapter we will study about his state policy, his conquest in Central Asia and North Africa, revolt of Zaid bin Ali, his achievement and character sketch, and also we will study after Hisham bin Abdul Aziz, later Umayyads and causes of downfall of Umayyad dynasty, administration of Umayyads of Damascus, literary and cultural activity of Umayyads of Damascus, and then the fall of Umayyads of Damascus. In this part of syllabus we will study about Umayyads of Spain. In this we will study condition of Spain at the time of Muslim conquest, and then the rule of three Abdurrahmans, in which the first one, Caliph Abdurrahman the One, who is also known as Ad-Dakhil. We will study the time of this founder ruler of Umayyad's Caliphate in Spain. Then the Caliph Abdurrahman II, and later the Caliph Abdurrahman III, who is also known as Al-Nasir, and the later ruler of Umayyads of Spain, in which we will study about Hajib al-Mansur's era and his achievements. At that point, the syllabus will end, and the whole syllabus cover the 4 rules of Muslim early history, and it ends with the Umayyads of Spain. Thank you.